Everybody starts building a race car with in mind making the most horsepower. Start with the safety first and build a proper car around the safety features. Our best time that we did at the end of the day was a 9.3 with a 2:43 at Alton. It's unfortunate how the car ended up now, but it did us proud. We did good with the car.
Think of a car, any car. Yes, Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.
I'm still Natie Booysen. Survived everything, so yeah, we're back at it. So we're quite excited for the new build, and let's see what happens. Well, we actually started with a quest to make a lighter car because this car was heavy, and taking in consideration that time when I started building the car, I wanted to build it as safe and as strong as possible, thinking it would last forever, but it's too heavy. So we went and actually got a Cressida wagon, also a RX-73, same year model, but in a station wagon. So it can fit bigger wheels at the back. Our limitation at this car was it can only take a 29-inch wheel. There's not enough space because you have to close the back doors to fit the bigger wheels. So I'm building a lighter car now to come back to the racing. The plan was to retire the car because I think we came to a specific point that we couldn't go much faster than we did, because of the weight of the car and everything, and it was still a full street trim car as well. So this was in the back of my head, building something unique like this, something special again, much lighter, much more versatile for the job at hand. So I did start about a year before the accident, just to get some of the parts that's available, just get that all together, and yeah, well, six months down the line, and we got a roller chassis already. So we started painting everything now, and it's coming along lekker, coming along good. I think the most challenging part of this whole build is getting enough time to do it. There is a few basic challenges that we've got with suspension-wise, figuring this out, but you can overcome that. You can do proper research, and there's things. But the most challenging thing, I think, at this stage of time is it's time. So that takes sometimes 2-3 hours just to do one small thing. And when you stand back, you can actually ask yourself, it was a lot of hours, what did you do? With the outsider will just look at the whole thing and says, well, you did nothing for today. But that's the challenging part. But the fun part as well. The building and the construction is, doing it yourself is the fun part. Learning is the fun part. So yeah. Well, as you can see, it's a full tube chassis. Everything is custom built for what we need here. The chassis specifics is much more drag related. It's not a street car use, just with bigger slicks and clever gearbox. So we actually used all the drag racing techniques. We built a proper frame. We just attached the body to the whole frame. I worked out of the 25.1 chassis book. So that gives you all the intersection points where the correct pipes must be to have the optimal strength of the whole frame. So I used guidelines that is already proven. So just to make our job easier, because building a thing like this out of your head it's tricky. So if you can work according to a guideline, and we worked according to that guideline, and it assisted a lot, really a lot. What we basically did that I think is something unique, we took a 4-door and we actually shifted the B-pillar back to make it a two-door because of the seating situation that I'm moving a bit back for the balance and stuff. So we extended the front door with about, I think, 270 millimeters to make it longer. So it should be a two-door wagon now. Something unique. I don't think there will be another Cressida wagon like this. And yeah, obviously you can see we made it left-hand drive. There is a bit of method behind the madness. Because of the weight transfer of the engine, so the rotational mass tends to pull the car, it tends to lift the left side and push down the right side of the diff. So it tends to upset the car more when you're sitting right hand, because all the weight transfer is more on that corner than it should be on the other corners. So the corner weight on each wheel, I think they can balance it easier with that, with the human sitting on the left hand side, opposite the rotational mass of the engine, so countering that part. So I think that was the reason going left hand drive. We fitted quite a bigger tire now, so if you compare it to a 1400 bakkie, you can see it's quite a huge piece of rubber. Over here, still the nose, it's still in the finishing process. We're still gonna finish it off and everything, and brackets need to be built so that it can fit properly on the car. Over here we got the differential. This is all also built in-house. It's been assembled now, so everything is, we just need some oil and we need to stick it in the car. We're looking forward to start the final assembling now, just to get it as a complete roller again, to start testing it, and then after that, it's not necessary to re-strip this thing and paint it again, so it's already been done. Fitting those big tires in here, you have to make the whole diff shorter. So the one side shaft on the one side is 380 mm and this side is, I think it's 425. So as you can see, we had to fit big tubs and to fit the bigger wheels. And so we tried to use all the necessary space, but we have to keep in mind we have to keep the balance of the car right as well. So we made the breather tank at the back. So all the breathing will happen at the back. There will still need to come a big pipe out that's going to do the breathing outside. Underneath this cover is the battery box with the main cutout switch, everything. So as soon as you kill the power, there's no power from this switch going forward, so you just kill the whole car. So there will be an external kill switch as well. If something happens from the outside, you can have the option to switch it off outside, inside and in front. I think safety is the main thing that we have to look at, and we're trying to build it as safe as possible now. The engine we moved back a bit just to get the balance and the CG right. It's just figuring out where everything should come now, because you don't have a hood that you can actually open. So it's a whole complete nose that you put over. So we have to contain everything inside to just take off the whole fiberglass hood to do work and just to put the hood back so it can be a complete car again. We've got the new billet intake made as well. And we got a specific name on it. It's called Papa Grande, because I am the Big Daddy. Papa Grande is actually just Big Daddy in Spanish, so we'll stay Big Daddy. I don't think I'm going to get thinner soon, so let's stay Big Daddy, but it's Papa Grande now. So we just engraved it on the manifold just for a certain special touch. This time we went a little bit bigger on the turbo as well. The old one had an 80mm Borg Warner. This one is a 94mm Pro Mod precision turbo, so hopefully we can get it spooled and make enough power with it. So yeah, let's see what happens. On the time frame, I think we're almost done with all the fabrication work. So that's why this is only a mock-up engine. It's an empty block. It's actually empty head as well. There's just two cams in there, so you can get all the positioning right for the distances and everything. The next step is within the next week or two, we're going to assemble the real engine. All the parts is actually available, and it is already here. So we're going to assemble the engine and then put in or fit the new engine into the car, fasten everything, and then get it started up. So hopefully within a month and a half, we're going to have time just to do a run or two, just to test it as it is, as a rust bucket, and then we're going to tear it down completely and repaint everything and reassemble it completely again. Then it should look, I think then it should look the part. So hopefully within a month, let's say a month or two. Time is our enemy, so let's see what happens.
think of a car, any car, yes, Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.